Good morning and welcome back to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I am Rhonda Lawnert.
And personality can neither be created nor destroyed. I'm Chuckalicious, Chuck Williams.
Joining us this morning, an issue that it's been heavy on our hearts, and we've saw that devastation in Perryton. And when you take a community of that size and the magnitude of the devastation, it's rough. It's hard to come back from. Leland joins us this morning to talk a little bit about the rebuilding effort in Perryton, Texas. Leland, welcome to the show this morning. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thank you guys for having me.
You were talking just a moment ago about just the intensity. How many homes would you estimate that were destroyed, not just damaged? We're not even going to talk about damage. That's just the easy part. Destroyed. The people's lives were uprooted in this storm.
I'm saying 200 to 300 homes have been destroyed, and then you get to those that are damaged, and you get to the businesses that are damaged. As y'all well know, they had no Perryton. The town of Perryton had no electricity for weeks. Or parts of Perryton for weeks. No natural gas for weeks. The restaurants closed down. The motels couldn't provide hot water. The Texas panel reached out, did a wonderful job, an amazing job. The town of Perryton itself did an amazing job digging back out from the rubble. When I got there on the morning of June 16th, the morning after the tornado, there was electrical cables all over the streets from the high lines that had blown down, rubble everywhere. You could not drive anywhere. They had the streets blocked off, but already there was hundreds of volunteers out there with front end loaders, with bobcats trying to get it cleaned up. We worked there all day. I own Roof Spotters, which is a roofing company. So we worked there all day. I took 8 of my employees, and we worked all day doing emergency roof repairs to try to get people back dry in case we had another storm that night. We didn't that night, but we did the following night. So we started doing those roof repairs. And at that time, I prayed. I prayed for Perryton because at that time there was already 3 fatalities, over 100 people in the hospital. And so I prayed, and then God laid it upon my heart that I needed to give. So I came up with an idea that I'm going to give 10% of my gross this year, the rest of this year, and to help to rebuild Perryton. Now, as I said, I own Roof Spotters, which is a roofing company. So my specific help is going to be in the roofing area. And so we after we prayed, we decided to give 10% of our gross. Hopefully I'll gross $1 million minimum here. That'll be 100,000.
Yeah.
If I gross $1.5 million, obviously do the math. Mm-hmm. But we're trying to do that. But then another problem arose. By the time because if I give 10% of my gross, that, by the time I sell you a roof today and then get it scheduled, get it installed, you get us paid. Now we're looking at August, September, October, November before I get this money gathered up. What about these people that are getting wet right now?
Right.
What about whose sheetrock is coming down or their furniture's getting ruined? So I went ahead and by faith, I pre-gave at this point 12 roofs.
Wow.
But I'm out of money. So I need the Texas panel to help. I need people in Borger, in Pampa, in Fridge, in Amarillo. I need them to call Roof Spotters and give me a shot at their business. I'm going to donate 10% of that gross, and we're going to continue roofing roofs for free in Perryton. And when I say roofs for free, these are those people that don't have insurance. These are the people who are financially destitute. These are people who, at this point, without you and I coming together and helping them, they have no hope. But when we show up with a truckload of shingles and a bunch of guys, that gives them hope. Now at least they're dry today.
Right.
And the needs of the community are a lot more than just roofs. So Texas panel, keep praying.
It's a start, though, Mr. Lee.
Go
It's
ahead.
a start. It's a start, and that's the important thing. It's a start. It gives people a starting point, and we got to tip our hats to you to say that Roof Spotters here in Amarillo is just doing a valiant effort, and you're doing this like you said on faith. This is all about faith for you.
Well, and so to give you the background of that, 5 days before the tornado, I teach Sunday school at St. Stephen's Methodist Church, and I taught Luke chapter 12 and verses 1 through 34. Verse 34 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." I taught that 5 days before the tornado, and then 5 days later, it was time to wear it.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
And that was tough because God has blessed me. I have a nice home, I have a nice business, I have nice vehicles, but now it's time to wear it.
Mhm.
For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And so I was talking to my wife about it. And I said, honey, we've committed 10% of our gross. I'm a small business. I can't afford to give away $75,000 this year. I can't afford to give away 100,000. I can't afford to give away 150,000. And she said, we still have our home.
Mm.
We
Mm.
still have our automobiles. We still have our family.